The second round of the wheel. Waiting till the second spinning of the wheel.
Yeah.
Next life.
No.
Okay.
Sangye Shindu Mingte Uargi Jokun Namdak Shingla Jupar Sho Hiran Guru Ratna Mandala Kanyatayami
Sangye
Chidam Soki Chonamla Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Daki Chunyen Kipe Sunamki Yola Benchir Sangye Jupar Sho
Sangye
Chudang Soki Choknamla Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Kipe Sunamki Yola Benchir Sangye Jupar Sho
Sangye
Chudang Soki Choknamla Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Kipe Sunamki Jola Benchir Sangye Jupar Sho
Shokity, smokity, dokity. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Progress report. The total text is 25 folios, 50 folio faces. In 9 terms, we have done 34 folio faces, 68%. We are averaging 4 folio faces per term, which is pretty normal. So give it 4 more terms. Finish translation classes next January.
Not bad.
Total book is 20,089 words, which is going to be a 300-page book.
That's not bad.
It's similar to the size of the Diamond Cutter book, a little bit smaller. Yep. Unless we add more appendixes. We're going to give you an appendicitis. Okay. So those of you who don't know, Sugeng is working on... you want to introduce your text?
Yeah, this is the commentary to the Wheel of Life.
Okay.
Yeah, commentary to the Wheel of Life, and basically we are focusing on the 12 links. So we actually go deeper into each of the links. So we have basically finished all the 12 links, and now we are at the end. We are actually doing some looking at the links, the other relationship between each of the links, and particularly at this point we are exploring 3 possible relationships between the links, and we have finished the first one, which is the cause and effect of the relationship, and now we are going to the second part of the of the relationships.
You actually looked at your text.
I know. Yeah.
Yay! Lower middle way. This is a yikcha, so this is a monastic text in a debate format by Sarah May's, one of Sarah May's greatest writers. So I'm going to just skip back. Dua Shepa means wrap up the commentary. I don't know why it's going to take a year to wrap it up. So how do we group the 12 limbs, the 12 links, okay? And you can either do it by cause and effect, or you can do it by these two these two Arya truths. Okay, suffering and its cause. And then from the point of view of the three negative emotions, which is probably the snake and the pig and all those guys. Okay, so we finished the cause and effect one, I think. And now we're on to the dukun, which is the two Arya truths. Okay, how does the truth of suffering and the truth of the cause of suffering, how can you put the 12 links into those categories? Okay, here we go.
Ni pada thao, yang lak dang po ni, selen sipa sum, dang chepa nam kun chung, den par duwa tang, lak ma nam tuk nyao, den par duwe chi.
Good. So there is a, Nipada Tao means there is a way to group the links into suffering and the cause of suffering. because the Yenla Dambani, the first two links, which are
the truth of suffering.
no, first two links.
The misunderstanding and the fresh
Yeah, just think of the guy, the blind guy, and the pot maker. Okay, so misunderstanding and making fresh karma. Where is it in the kitchen?
misunderstanding that the yelling husband is coming from his own side.
Yeah, she thinks he had a bad day. She thinks he got into traffic, he didn't sleep enough, he's not eating well, he didn't do his yoga, and so he's grumpy. She thinks it's coming from him. And what's the second link? That's, by the way, that's misunderstanding.
So
Right?
she's planting that seeds again to hear the
Yeah,
children.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she yells back, and then she plants bad seeds to hear the children yell, and then actually that's a wheel of life in itself. Okay, so the kitchen is quite a nice place. I'd change the name to the Two Husbands Sutra. Okay, Yenla Damani. So then, just by themselves, all the first two links do is create some seeds sitting in your head. So they need something else to be a true cause of pain. They need Sepa, Lemba, and Sipa. What's that?
8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I know, but
The initial advance and with the
yeah. With regard to a negative seed, you could say coffee meditation. Okay, understand this. It's pretty cool. Coffee meditation with regard to a negative seed. How to enhance a negative seed is simply to misunderstand it. It's very interesting. Okay, if you misunderstand a negative seed, it grows faster. Okay, so you charge it by misunderstanding it. So 8 and 9 really are kinds of. They're also kunjun demba, source of suffering. They arm the right. They arm the seed, and then link number 10 triggers it, right? Okay. All right. So you need the armors, these 3, and you need the seeds to be armed, which is these 2. So 5 of the links relate to kunjung demba, okay? The source of suffering are included into. This dua means are included into, grouped into. Lakbanam, the rest of them, meaning how many?
7.
7. So normally, when you're studying the Wheel of Life, they just say, those other 7. And everybody knows what you're talking about. It's basically your body and your mind after you're born. It's just the results, okay? And messed up body and mind. I almost said something else. Messed up body and mind, okay?
Which one is referring to the rest?
Hlagma.
Klakma.
Yeah, the rest of them. Okay. Hlak can have 2 meanings. One is leftover, and one is super, like klaktong, vipassana. Nam tingel demba duwe here. They're included into the source of. They're included into the truth of suffering itself. And really, if you finish this and I don't know if you're going to be in the mood or what we're going to feel like, but Vasubandha wrote an awesome commentary on these 12. Incredible commentary. And I actually went through and wrote notes. The whole thing is done. It's 168 folios or something. It's big. And it's good. It's really good. And because I grew up with him for 12 years, Abhidharma, with Rinpoche. And then when I got to this one, he lets go. He shows his real self. And it's a lot of mind only. Okay? Like he doesn't talk about Abhidharma at all. He's off on mind. How does mind only explain the 12 links? And it's unbelievable. So anyway, you might want to think about going there. It'd take a long time to finish it. But since I already done it, you can do it faster. Okay, here. Sumba. Who's going to check the checker? Adam? Find some fault in him. Ask his wife.
Marikpa selen sum po de nyun mong pe kunne nyun mong pa thang duche sipa ni leki kunne nyun mong pa thang lakma dun po si kunne nyun mong pa thang kewe kunne nyun mong pa thang se kunne nyun mong par duwe cheer.
Okay. $50 for the difference between Nyomong Pa and Nyomong.
Something cliche.
Anyway, he's trying. Yeah.
Something involved with mental afflictions, or the mental affliction itself, or a person who has mental afflictions.
Okay, that's okay. We can say the afflicted side of things. The negative side of the world is Nyomong Pa, and then Nyomong is the actual klesha. Okay, negative emotion. $50. I mean, he didn't say much, but
it was the right thing.
he said the right thing. Okay. So he's gonna give different kinds of kune nyombomba. Okay. When it says kune nyomboma, it really means the negative side of the world or the existence. Okay. Kune means totally messed up. The kune means totally. All right. Marikpa Selen Sumbo. So these three. Misunderstanding, and we're not going to call it ignorance. He went through that yesterday. It's a long explanation in the Abhidharma why it shouldn't be called ignorance. Okay, it's not knowing. It's misknowing. It's actively misknowing. So you have to call it misunderstanding. Okay, it's not a lack of knowledge, ignorance. It's a misknowledge. Yeah, it's a big difference. Okay. Okay, Marikpa Selen Sumbo. So, misunderstanding.
And initial and the advanced desires.
Yeah, these two kinds of desire which load the seed, okay? Sumbo De. The verb comes down here somewhere. Do, okay? Here's the verb for all of them. Are included into, okay? These three are included into the negative part of existence which relates to negativity. And there's different kinds of negative sides of existence. Okay, so there's a negative side of existence which relates to negativity. And we're going to have other negative sides of existence. So the difference is kune. Okay, when it says kune, it means negative side of existence. When it says Nyomong Pa, it means negativities or something like that. When it says Nyomong, it means negative emotion. So three different words. Nyomong, Nyomomba, and Kune Nyomomba. Different things, okay?
What is Nyomomba?
Nyomomba is negativity.
Okay, and Nyomong is negative.
Nyomong is negative emotion, and Kune Nyomomba is the negative side of existence. Yeah. Which could involve things created by the negativities, like this table. Okay, that's a difference. It's a little bit difficult. And the other half is Namjan Chok, the pure side of things, like what created the scripture. Okay, and Namjan Chokichu, technically. Okay, this is Kune Nyomombe Chokichu. Kune Nyomombe Chokichu. Okay, all right, Nyomomba down. These two. Yeah, what connects these two? What are they, first of all? Number?
Fresh karma.
What's the two pictures?
The potter and the Shipa is the rebirth. The
pregnant lady. Yeah. So it's very famous. These two are lay. These are karma. Okay, these two are karma. These are the two kinds of karma. It's similar to like when you plant a watermelon seed, and then you put water on it, okay, and then it gets ready to open. The time between is the time between 2 and 10, okay. Duce Sipanini, they are Leki Kune Nyomomba. They are the part of the messed up world which is karma. These are the part of the messed up world which relates to negative emotions, okay. Right? Okay. Sama Dumbo. Okay, those other 7. Here he does it again. Yeah, the other 7, your arms, your knives, and all that. Sama Dumba. Basically what you live with all your life is the other 7. Sama Dumbo. Shi Kune Nyomomba.
They're the foundation for
the
negative side of
they're the
crappy side of life?
Yeah, they're the foundational part of the negative side of existence. Meaning your body, your world, stuff that came out of your karmas, stuff that came out of your negativities, your mental afflictions, and your karma that resulted. Then all the stuff that came out is called the other 7. And so we call it the foundation part of the messed up side of the world. Okay? Got it?
So the other ones have all started with the negative side of something. So would this be the negative side of?
Well, it'd be, well, this is the negative side of the world that relates to negativities. This is the negative side of the world that relates to karma. This is the negative side of the world that relates to the foundation of all things, which is your equipment that you have now.
Or the foundation of negative?
Yeah, it's the basic equipment that you have. No, it's your feelings, contact, your sense organs, right? It goes from
3 to
7 and 11
Yeah.
as well.
Okay? And these 3 are synonyms, okay? So there's really only 3 divisions here. He says you can call it the foundation messed up part, or you can call it the birth messed up part, or you can call it your life messed up part. Okay, so really there's only 3, all right?
The last part has 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's 3 synonyms. Okay, so the remaining 7, which are basically your equipment of experience, you can call them the messed up side of life, which is a foundation, or you can call them messed up side of life, which is birth, taking birth, being alive, and this one, okay, of life. The messed up side of life, which relates to your life, okay? Okay.
You're just grouping them? Like there's probably specific...
It's the 3rd way of grouping them. The first way was cause and effect. The second way was dukun, pain and its cause. And the 3rd method of grouping them is among the messed up side of the world, which part are they? And that has 3, and the 3rd one has 3. Okay? Got it? All right. Yeah.
Step ahead of you.
Yeah, I had 45 minutes of sleep last night, so nobody can claim worse than that. Okay, here we go. Go. Deke do young. I'm going to be interesting this afternoon.
Okay. I appreciate the warning. I love you no matter what.
Good, nice. His pronunciation is good, so you guys should learn from him.
Except for Shay.
Nice.
Mr. Shi doesn't have a good shi.
And Mr. Shi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Fascinating. Yeah, put that together.
Deke do yang means in the same vein, we say in English. Or, this book says the same thing. Deke do. It doesn't mean in the language of India or something. It means we see the same thoughts expressed in the following quotation. From the Umatanda Nimbo, the essence of the dependence of the middle way. Okay? And that's a work by Nagarjuna. And that'd be sexy to translate and throw in there. I don't think it's very long. And he says, Tambo Gepa Gunyomo. The 1st, the 8th, and the 9th are negative emotions. First link, 8th link, 9th link are negative emotions. Nipa and Chupa are le. 2 and 10 are karma. Lama Duni,
All the rest 7.
they're just suffering. Resulting suffering. Okay, let's go through them. Number 3, right? Sumban Namshe, the consciousness which enters your mom. Shipa Mingsu, the formation of your sense organs in the womb, really. The Mingsu, sorry, the ship, body and mind and then the formation of Ngapa Keche, Drupa Rekpa. 6 is contact between those organs and the world. Dumba is the feelings you get from that. And then you skip to 11 and 12 as Professor Ward said, which is rebirth and death and aging. Yeah, okay, good. His whole work is like half a page. Maybe it'd be sexy to just throw the whole thing in there. Wouldn't that be sexy?
Yeah.
Let's do it, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I'll go get it for you sometime. It's actually pretty close to the beginning of the text. Pratitya samutpada hridaya.
So much for him finishing it.
Right? Pratitya samutpada is dependent origination. Herdaya means heart, Nimbo. And then Karika means inverse, in verses, in poetry, okay? And Jampashi bows down to Manjushri in his younger form. And then he jumps right into the text. And I do like, I make the letters bigger for you now so you can see where the quotation is. All right, okay. Okay, here we go. Go ahead.
Yan lak can to gyurwe chul yute shepa gyurte yan
Cure, not a G.
shepa
Kyurpe.
gyurte yan lak na ngama ngame shepa gyurte yan lak chima chime gyuken dakken de ma takken chiriche.
Yeah, oh, this is where the 4 factors came up. That's why I was in the mood yesterday, and it wasn't those 4 factors. Sorry, yesterday, but today it is. Okay, so how do the links? Okay, and we're not going to say branches. Okay, links is like a chain reaction, which is what we want. Branches is like there's a trunk and it doesn't fit. Don't blindly translate yenlak as branches. Okay, so yenlak kien to gyurwe. So there is a way in which the links act as factors, kiens for other things. Shepa kyurpe past tense equals $20.
Is an adjectival clause?
Say again?
It is, right?
Yeah, $20. Shopping, 20 bucks. Okay, kyurpa past tense of become. In an adjectival clause, it means is, which is. That's all. Because once something has finished becoming, it is. Okay, so that's why you have to pronounce it right. This is ngyur. This is cure. This is future tense or present tense. This is definitely past tense. This is still becoming a factor. This is which is consciousness. Okay. Shepa kyurpe yenla, the links which are made of mental stuff. What's the for $20? What's the then Nick's like his Amelie eyes just opened up. There's some mooncakes now. What was I gonna ask? Oh, what's the sign that something is shepa? What's the sign that something is shepa?
Oh,
By the way,
it knows things.
yeah, good. And it's the proof for what? For $50.
Future. Oh, the
Future life?
yeah. The mind can't come from something physical.
Yeah, I saved the $50. It's the answer. It's the answer to the common misunderstanding of a student that a seed in the mind should be made of mind.
Oh.
Okay, it's the answer you give to a student who misunderstands and says
Right.
seeds in the mind are made of mental stuff. They're not, because they don't perceive. They're not aware. They don't see the world. The seeds just sit there. They are a potential. They're an invisible potential. You can fit 1 billion of them on the tip of a needle because they take no space. They're not physical.
So all samchungs perceive?
Yes.
Do they?
Good. Yep. Okay. So anyway, just $20, right? 10 for moon and 10 for cake. Okay. Shepa Gyurpe like the links which are awareness. Okay, which are aware. When you repeat a word, it means each preceding one. So ngama means preceding, but ngama means preceding one. And S makes it the subject of the sentence. So each preceding link which is made of awareness, okay, acts as a gyuken, a daken, and a demataken, whichever it may be, chirik, for each chima link.
After?
Yeah, each proceeding?
Succeeding.
Succeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, each succeeding link, okay? Each preceding link which is made of mind acts as three kinds of factors for each succeeding link which is made of mind. Okay, got it? Cool. Now, we're going to go on a detour.
To the factors.
Yeah. But let's finish the sentence first. Oh, by the way, it can act as whichever appropriate of the three. He left out one. Okay, gyuken, dakyen, dematakyen. He left out dakbukyen. Okay. Sorry, no, it's here. Gyuken, which one did he leave out? Gyuken, dematakyen. It's coming next. I put it.
Duncan?
Well, it's listed here actually.
Isn't there an object?
Gyuken.
Just have it.
Yeah.
No, it's gyuken, dakyen,
Isn't there one that's an object that
Duncan.
inspires?
It was me.
gyuken, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Gyuken's there.
Oh, sorry. Duh.
Yeah.
All right, I give up. Let's go to Nagarjuna. Mikken.
Weekend.
Yeah.
There's no Mikkens here. Mikkens are the stuff that your mind is looking at. But what if you read another person's mind?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's too perceptual.
Which in the Abhidharma you can. Okay, anyway, let's talk about Sukchentu. Please read. Sukchentu.
Sukchen to cure.
Wow. Krupe. Not a G, not an English G.
Cure.
Okay, if you say gyur, it means to change money. Okay, it's a different word. Okay. Kyur. Kyrpe.
Kyrpe yang lak. Ngama ngame.
Ngama ngame.
Ngama ngame.
Pa, 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 pa.
Ngama ngame.
Roadrunner.
Ngama ngame. Sukchen to
Kyrpe.
Kyrpe.
Good.
Chima chime. Gyuken tang. Takken chirik.
Now, you could, if you didn't know the four kens very well, so there's 5 kinds of causes, there's 4 kinds of kens, factors, in the second chapter of the Abhidharma Kosha, which is the chapter on the powers, indriyas. So, in the second half of this sentence, he's talking about physical links that cause physical links. Okay? Physical links that are factors in the growth of physical links. And he says only 2 of the 4 factors apply. When he talked about mental stuff causing mental stuff, 3 of the factors applied. The gyuken, the cause factor, the dominant factor, and the just after factor, okay? Or just before factor, really, okay? But when you get to the physical, there's only 2. Which one dropped out? Look again. There's gyuken, dakyen, dema dakyen. Here there's gyuken and dakyen. Which one dropped out?
Demataka.
Yeah, dema dakyen. Somehow, when you go from mental to physical, the just after factor drops out. So isn't this the cause of the cup of the next moment?
You
Yeah.
the one would think.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now I thought it'd be sexy, since Choni Lama's commentary to Wisdom is one of our mixed nuts texts, and I've finished about 300 pages of it.
Just how many percent?
It's half done.
It's half.
It's 40% done. Yeah. I'm trying to finish 20% every year, because I have to teach it every year. So I teach it first, and then I understand it more, and then I translate it. So I teach it for 10 days or something, and then I... Okay, so here it is, and it's one of the first things that Nagarjuna talks about in his most important work on emptiness. Yeah. And it's nice to try to learn the Sanskrit. This is, by the way, a standard that I'm going to do in all of your books. There's the technical pronunciation, and here's the layman's pronunciation for lay people. So, cause they don't know that this is na, and they don't know that this is uncha. Before cha, it's n. They don't know that kind of stuff. So, we give them the normal pronunciation. I also split up the words that are normally combined, the compounds, because I want the student to be able to go through the English and guess the Sanskrit. Otherwise, it's who's going to benefit. So I rip apart the compounds. Okay, that's our system. So where is 4 up here?
Chaturanga.
It's the chatu, okay? Numbers, types. Where's the gyu?
Hetu.
Hetu, yeah. Where's the mikpa? Arambana, which is the same as alambana,
Arambana.
like near alambana headstand,
Yeah.
shirshasana.
So you can just spell it either way.
Yeah, and R's and L's are pretty exchangeable, like leka and reka for writing or something. So anyway, the idea is that the object that you're looking at is somehow hanging on the eye or something like that. It's a weird thing. Okay. It means to hang. Ramka. Anantaram.
Powder.
Dock, right?
Dematak, yeah, no interval. Antaram.
Oh.
Okay. Negative. The un is negative. The first un is negative. Okay. Tataiva.
That's like that, right? Isn't that?
Deshinte, like that.
Yeah, that.
Adipati is Dakpo.
Oh,
Adipati, the boss. Okay. The big man. Okay. Pratyaya is Ken. Should be a pancha in here somewhere.
There it is.
nga, kyang nga.
Yeah, the P became F, the AN became IN, the cha became G, and it became finger. Finger comes from pancha, because there's 5.
Probably
Anyway, nasty, okay, which is nasty. Na asti, which means there is no 5th. There's only those 4. There is no 5th. Okay, got it? Now, in that case, if you don't pronounce the long A, it becomes the opposite. Okay, so you gotta be careful. Okay, now he's gonna define them, and I thought you could, if you want to, you can just put this in your footnote or something. You can summarize it. The italic part is Chonin Lama's. Sorry, that's his weaving the root text. Okay, so 4 different conditions. Causal. Anytime a seed acts to bring a result into being. So would both physical and mental things, links, be causal factors, causal conditions? Would they be? You can. Yeah, were they? Let's go look. Oh yeah, there. The physical stuff was Gyuken, and the mental stuff was Gyuken. Okay, so we covered that one. Both the physical links and the mental links are causal conditions for the physical and mental links which they cause. Okay. Now, just so, object condition. Okay, referring to any particular object of the mind which inspires the mind or mental functions. Okay, like the coffee cup triggers the awareness of the coffee cup. Okay, does that apply to those? Listen, does that apply to mental things causing mental things, or does it apply to physical things causing physical things? Mikyan, the object triggering the subject.
Yes, it seems like it would.
I'm talking mental, and physical. I'm not talking physical, mental. Okay. So, do we see Mikyan in this list?
It's in neither list.
Neither list. It's in neither list, okay? I guess because it's physical, mental, okay? I don't know. All right, yay. Now you're learning more than you wanted to. I understand. Don't worry about it. It'll come in handy later. Immediately after. Okay? I like to translate it as the condition for what comes immediately after, rather than the immediately after condition, because that's not very clear, is it?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
This is better.
Now, there's a trick. I believe it only applies to mental things which come immediately after a mental thing. Okay, by convention. It only, so let's go see did he use a dematak?
Yeah, only for the first one, not the second.
Yeah, not for the physical. I believe it has to be mental. You know, bump, like that. Okay. That's just the rule with Dematakyans. Okay, sorry. It doesn't mean anything which causes something immediately after it. Okay, got it. Then there's a dominant condition, which of its own accord will produce something. If it's present, it'll produce something. Nothing can stop it. It's similar to a what's that kind of gyu? Chegyu, a doer cause, which is like the surfer in Indonesia causing the birth of the baby in England.
Butterfly effect?
Is it like the fact that
Anything that doesn't stop the arisal of something is a cause for it, contributes to it.
So this is the Dakyan?
This is Abhidharma.
Okay.
I mean, Stanley, it's just Stanley, it's weird stuff.
But that's the one which of its own accord produces something?
Sometimes they try to equate the 4 kens to the 5 causes.
Okay.
They say, oh, this one is this one, and, you know.
Okay.
Okay, so.
We have that in DCS 7 causes.
Exactly.
Factors of causes.
I gave an essay, there's an essay on it in DCI level 7 for the real nerds. Only he understood it. Okay, so did that one make it into our list? Dakyen. Did Dakyen make it into our list?
Yes, both.
There it is. Yeah, because both are basically causes for other things. Okay, Dakbakyen.
So this is the type that is like Indonesia's.
Yeah, exact. Some people say it's equivalent. That's an exclamation of a Chegyu. What's the classic example in the Abhidharma for $100? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Abraham Lincoln.
If the king didn't screw me today, he helped me. Yeah. You see?
Trump is always
Yeah,
tweeting.
if the president didn't screw me today, he's helping me. He's a good man. Okay? Only Americans can talk like that. I understand. But we enjoy it. It's a part of our culture. It doesn't matter who's president. We'll bad talk any president. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we solved this whole thing, right? Okay?
Thank you.
Now you understand all the kins.
Shepar Kure Yanak Ngame Subchentu Kure Yanak Chima Chime Dakenu You can chirik che Subchentu Kure Yanak Ngame
Good, I like your ngama.
Kure Yanak Chima Chime Miken Tang You can chirik che page.
Nice, okay? Now we got mind to form, mind to physical. When something mental causes something physical, how many kins involved? Well, there's that normal one of the king. We can call it the king or the Trump condition. And then we got Gyuken, causal condition.
so that's it.
Yeah, only those two. There's no mik. Why not mik? No,
Big push.
it should be down here, and here it is. Yay! Yeah, a physical coffee cup can trigger a perception, a mental. Okay, so here's mental triggering physical, and here's physical triggering mental. Okay, don't forget we're still in the yen locks. We're still talking about the 12 links of the wheel. Okay, all right, got it. Chirig means whichever may be at the time. You know, whichever it may be. Looking at this point of view, this one. Looking from this point of view, this one. So chirik means whichever may apply. Okay, whichever may apply. What's chiri for $1?
What?
Chiri.
I've heard you say.
Whichever.
Candy.
Yeah.
Candy.
Whichever-
For $5, chewing gum. Aya.
Chewing gum.
Geek chiri. It's called a rubber candy. Geek means rubber. Rubber candy. Okay. So this is chirik, not chiri.
Chili without the
Okay, yeah, chiri means candy. I don't know why. It might be some corrupt Turkish word or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of interested in why the mental ones, only the mental ones can be just afters. So I went and studied it for a while, in my spare time.
Sure, can we go through again the structure?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, each preceding mental link, okay, acts as a dakyen, a dominant cause, or a dominant condition or a causal condition, whichever it may be the case, for each succeeding link, which is physical. So succeeding link, chima, physical. Preceding link, ngama, mental. Okay. He did mental, physical already. Now we got mental, physical. Then the only thing left is physical, mental, which is mainly coffee cups triggering perceptions. Okay, in a world where seeds are not. We're in the world which is coming this way. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Got it? You okay now?
Sure, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Now, I don't remember if I found something helpful or not. This is a very nice. I told you the story of Kachen Losal Supa, Geshe Tutorinjan's teacher. The abbot with the puppies. Yeah. The old man. So anyway, I was working on. I was editing a new commentary to Dharmakirti's Pramanavartika. And
Someone should translate that.
no, I'm sorry. It was a different book. We found a commentary to the Rata Dura, which is a very famous. It's the second most famous Dura. Yours is the most famous Dura. And there is no commentary to the Rata Dura. And one day a monk walked in, and he said, "You can keep this for 2 weeks," and that's it. And it was a commentary. Very rare, extremely rare. So we input it really fast. It's long. And then I edited it. And I went to the current Rata Rinpoche, who's still alive. He's the last Geshe from Tibet. He's 95 now. And something like that. And he's still teaching a little bit in New York. So I went to him. I had no money at all. And I said, "Will you pay for the book? It's your monastery." And he had some big sponsors, Richard Gere. And so he said, "Yeah, I'll take care of it, but you have to edit it." Because I don't know. So I'm like, okay. And then Kachen Supa has to check your editing. And he's Geshe Tutorinjan's teacher. And so anyway, I went to meet him. He's the abbot of Tashinpumbo at the time. And I went into the waiting room. And there's this monk in the corner on a straw mat with a bunch of puppies feeding them from a milk bottle. And he says, "Oh, and their mom died, and I've been taking care of them, And I'm like, okay. And I sit down, I'm waiting, And he says, "Well, why are you here?" And I said, "I'm supposed to meet the abbot." And he says, "I'm the abbot." And I'm like, whoa. And he didn't have any teeth. And he's like, and it was really funny. So he's a great tantric master. And Geshe Tutorinjan's teacher, which is like the teacher of God, So anyway, he wrote a nice dura. He wrote a very nice dura. And I think he discusses it. We know his passing date. We don't know his birth date, actually. Let me see. Let me see how long this is. Let's put it as a mini appendix. Or these are the definitions of the Kien in an easy way. Something you can read. Okay, Nagarjunas are a little funky. Okay, like so much of Nagarjuna. Let's do it. Okay, it's not very long. Here, I promise. Look, it's only this much. Okay. Here we go. He's one of the few people to attempt a simple classical definition for these four, which would be useful, I think, in the footnote or something. Okay, so here we go. Please read.
You can ki chani.
Oh, I'm sorry. Start there. Yeah.
Rangre tun par chepa. You can ki chani.
Wait, stop. What's it mean? The definition of a causal condition is anything which acts to
Cause something.
Chun means to produce. It's the high honorific for Kiepa. $50 for High Lama's birthday.
December.
I gave you the first half. I gave you the first half.
Say Trung? Trung Che?
Huh? You're close. What? Yeah, 50. How much was it? Yeah, $50. Chunkar. Kar means karma, means star.
Oh, nice.
So Chun means the star under which this Lama was born, which means the birthday. And normally they'll say Chunkar Duchen. Okay.
Born under a
the
good sign.
holiday. I've been down since I began to crawl. Okay, so anything which acts to produce its result is a causal condition. They should all be Gyukens then, right? All those options, right? Were they? We don't care. Okay.
Someone else's result?
Oh, well, that's a technical thing that, the corresponding result. You could say corresponding result. The rang could be corresponding, okay? All right, so isn't that nice? That's the first one. Now he's got a senshi for you.
Classical example?
Classical example?
Form. Something like form.
Or here we say matter? I don't know.
Oh yeah, physical stuff. All physical stuff creates its result.
Okay.
Okay, hamburgers make hamburgers of the second moment. Yo-chows make yo-chows of the second moment. Yaolis make yaolis of the second moment. Okay, how do you feel, okay? Yeah. Don't get sick, you gotta work. We need you, Okay, please read.
Rang ki kyu can yu pei chö dang. Rang ki dak can yu pei chö ni ge po dang. Ge po dang. Thang. In kyap nyam yin dong.
What's yin kyap nyam?
Without this.
Yeah, exactly. If it's one, then it's the other. If it's the other, then it's the one. Mutual kyaba. Mutual kyap. Mutual kyap. Okay, got it? What he means is total synonyms. Total synonyms. Total synonyms, okay? What? These two expressions are total synonyms for ngopo, working thing. Okay? Now, what are the two? Any object in the universe which has a gyuken of its own, corresponding causal condition, or any object in the universe which has its dominant condition is equivalent, 100% equivalent, equal set to working thing, okay? Which is changing thing. You could say changing thing, okay? So they're equal sets. So you should see them in any list which has any changing thing in it. You got it?
Yeah.
Whether it's physical or mental or between physical and mental, as long as it's changing. Got it? So we should have seen Gyuken and Daken in those both the lists, because anything which does anything should have been in that. It should have had these two in its list. That's what he's saying. Totally equivalent. Yin kyam nyam. Okay?
Rangre dang wang tu so wall kiek che. Dak ken ki chen ni.
Yeah, his definition of what I'm calling a dominant cause. And by the way, there's a daken, which means, there's a different meaning, totally, which means one which is subsumed by a being, a living being. Okay, so that can be really messy. Okay, okay, got it? Like the eyeball, okay, is subsumed, but the coffee cup is not. And the dock in that case is a living being. So it's very messy. Don't worry about it, okay? Rang de dang wan tu tso keche. It acts to,
Give birth.
it is the bearer, okay? A D would have been more comfortable here, maybe. For its result in an independent way. Mainly. Okay. That's a pretty vague definition. Okay. Normally, in mental studies, studies of Buddhist psychology, Rangwantu means without the need for the presence of other mental functions.
Of its own accord.
Yeah, okay. So it can do it on its own. Like anger cannot exist in the mind without attention, for example. Okay?
We're over time.
It's called a dependent mental function. Okay. We're out of time.
Yeah.
Let's just do this last phrase. Dedan duche denchik. It's a synonym for produced thing. Now that technically that's the same set as functioning thing, but he wants us to have a different flavor of it. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
And we're gonna finish his thing next time, okay?
Okay.
And we're lucky to have it. Not many people have attempted cleaner definitions of these four. So he was someone who did. Be nice to try to find a photo of him. I don't know. No, it's from Kachen Losang Supa's Dura. It's from his Dura.
Rato Duda?
No, that's a different Dura. Yeah. Yeah, this is Ratu Dura is like 300 years old. Something. I stopped here. No, the Green Book is his. Say Dura.
Really?
Yeah. Ratu Dura is it's up here.
Yeah.
It's a big red book.
Oh, really?
It took me like a million years to edit it. I don't know if it's up there somewhere.
It's behind that.
It's a big fat red book.
We'll find it later.
Yeah. Sometimes books disappear from this. But it was a big coup that we found the Dura and then we found the commentary Dura and we put them together and it was a beautiful book. It took a long time. Rinpoche announced at the monastery one day that I was no longer available to edit books. Because I was ignoring his momos. No, and that was the end of all those. That was the end of the book series.
Wow.
We did some good books.
At the beginning of many good moments.
Anyway, he said, "Don't ask Michael anyway." And I shook.
Sasi.
Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Nandak Shingla Chuparsho Idam Guru Rana Mandala Kaniryatayami Di Gewokun Sunam Yeshe Tsok Tsok Shing Sunam Yeshe Le Chungwe Dampar Kunyi Topar Sho
Smogity dogity. Yay, stopped here. By the way, that's one of the hardest parts of your book. The rest is, this is one of the weird parts. It won't be that way.
That's been my experience as well.
What's the 10th today?